Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your favorite podcast, Intellectual Smackdown, where three stupid boys argue about even stupider things. I'll be your moderator this evening, Dylan, and in the blue corner, we have Gabe the Babe. In the red corner, we have Connor the Longer.
Yeah.
Connor, what are you fighting for tonight?
Tighty Whities.
Gabe, what are you fighting for?
Boxer briefs.
Yeah, before we get started, I've had something on my mind all day I just wanted to kind of talk about real quick.
What's up,
I've been listening to the Shrek 2 soundtrack, like, nonstop.
Oh, yeah.
I saw
All
on
day.
Spotify.
It's so good,
It's-
like Nick Cave and the Bad
Oh,
Seeds.
yeah. I have the physical copy. I got a long
You
time
actually
ago.
have
You have a physical copy?
Yeah, I got I think my dad or something got it a long time ago, but I have a physical copy at my house.
Nice.
Well, it's a record. It's kind of useless.
I had Shrek 2 for the PS2.
Oh, I had that for the GameCube.
Oh, wow.
That's a good
I
game.
played Shrek Super Slime a lot, and that was the Shrek fighting game. And
With Red Riding Hood?
She has the infinite.
Oh
yeah.
my god, dude.
That's a thing?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
The meta is super busted because Red Riding Hood has an infinite.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Cervantes?
yeah.
Oh my boy, he's back in Soul Calibur 6, baby. I'm so excited.
No, man.
Soul Calibur 6 is looking really good too. Do you know the guy from Dragon Age Inquisition 3, the main character? Like he starts with a G.
Gino?
Nope, but keep going.
Yeah, he's in that game. He's one of the guest fighters in that game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Any others?
Oh, we're not getting Link again?
No, we're not.
Good.
There's a.
He was terrible.
He was medium tier in Soul Calibur 3. Come on, he was better than Spawn.
But Yoda in Soul Calibur 4?
Well, okay.
Where you couldn't even hit him?
Well, fucking vertical attacks. Come on.
No, he's a god.
Yeah. But yeah, they're releasing other fighters as DLC. The only fighter they've announced as DLC so far is Tira, who is the Ring Blade. But it's looking fucking good. It's looking sick nasty.
Oh, the Ring Blade was so much fun.
Yeah, but they said if this game doesn't do well, then it might be the last game.
That's a tragedy.
Then we all need to buy it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Duh.
We're plugging you. Give us copies early.
All 30 people watching.
Review copies, am I right?
Oh, for sure.
All right.
All right, let's get into the podcast. So tonight we will be fighting Boxer Briefs versus Tighty Whities. You've already heard who's fighting for what. Ladies and gentlemen, time for the ages-old Daytona USA disc flip.
Connor can choose.
Yep, Connor, you call it in the air this time.
I'll have Daytona side.
Oh, that's Daytona side.
All right.
Connor, would you like to present your opening argument?
I can't even grab it.
Yes. I'd like to say my opening argument.
Please do.
All right. So, Tighty Whities, they are very nice because they really hold your wiener in place. Now, with boxer briefs, when I wear boxer briefs, my wiener goes everywhere. Now, with Tighty Whities, it's perfect down there because it holds your wiener and your balls in place, and you don't have to worry about it moving around. Now, question, Gabe. When a lady sees you in your underwear, what's the first thing they look at?
They don't look at me.
They look at your inner thigh. You don't get that with boxer briefs. With Tighty Whities, ladies can look at your inner thigh.
Connor, do you need a minute to actually write down your
No,
opening
this is-
statements?
no.
That's his argument.
That's
fine.
my argument.
That's it?
Yeah,
Well, Connor dropping in with the strong inner thigh argument.
it's true.
I also look at Connor's inner thighs, and I have to say, quite the sight.
Oh, quite the sight to behold.
Am I glad that he wears Tighty Whities?
Oh boy!
Yeah,
You want to talk about a real meat monolith?
my inner thighs? Hell yeah.
Now, Gabe, it's your turn to strike back.
I will.
Take it away.
Okay. You're on an airplane. You're on a train. You're in a long car ride. It's hot. It's humid. Everything's moist. You're starting to sweat. Your Tighty Whities are compacting everything. There's no breathing room down there.
Oh,
Your balls are getting sweaty. Everything is getting uncomfortable. You're sticky. You have to shift around in your seat. The guy in the plane seat next to you is like, "What the fuck are you doing? Stop it." The guy on the train next to you is looking at you very peculiarly. Your brother in the car next to you is looking out the window because he doesn't want to see what you're doing.
I'm glad you stopped there.
All of these things have something in common. You have to constantly readjust. With boxer briefs, because they're so loose and because they're so freeform, your body naturally readjusts the position of your dangly bits, right? Underwear is known for its wedgie to comfortability ratio because underwear is so tightly compact on your body that when you sit down, sucks right inside of you.
Oh,
Why do you think people laugh whenever they see streak marks in Tighty Whities? And that's another thing. Because they're the color white, streak marks are more apparent. My pair of boxer briefs that I'm wearing now are blue. I have red, black, gray, a variety of colors, and a variety of textures. Tighty Whities are usually banded polyester that conforms to the body. Well, boxer briefs could be anything. They can be flannel. They can be polyester. They can be silk. They can be thin compression like mine are. See, if you want everything to stay in place, cool. Be uncomfortable. I don't care. If you want to enjoy your time sitting down though like I am, slap on a pair of boxer briefs.
Gabe, I'm just kind of like distracted a little bit. Is every single person you sit next to on a plane like from deep Brooklyn? Like the angry part of Brooklyn?
Yeah, actually, every plane ride that I've been in, I've always been sat next to an Italian mob boss.
Damn.
Because all the flight attendants want to make sure that I learn the tale of the trade while on a 6-hour layover.
Well, I'd have to say both of you presented mildly strong arguments to start out with. Gabe, I got pretty distracted in the middle of yours, but I still caught the gist of it. You're fighting for the comfortable and
loose,
comfortable,
flowing.
loose,
You got
flowing freeform.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Connor fighting for that strong inner thigh.
Yep.
Well, now I'm going to open this up for a counter argument. Connor, you're going to go first.
all right. So you mentioned how boxer briefs are more airy.
Yes.
Well, actually, it's more material around your leg, so therefore it is not more airy. And with Tighty Whities, don't show me your boxer briefs.
I don't understand what you mean by airy. Like
You said it's more open.
yeah.
But you get the same experience with Tighty Whities. It just holds it a lot better. Why I'm sitting like this, I don't know. Here, let me get an example. I'll be right back, folks.
Okay. All right.
Why don't you just show us the underwear you're wearing right now?
That'd be weird. I don't want to...
Gabe showed us his underwear like 4 times. It's high time.
Alright, so I got a pair of underwear in front of me. These are Tighty Whities.
Yes, they are.
As you can... My hand, for example, is my wiener. Okay?
Wow.
Now, look at this open air through the leg holes. Air can go through that.
Okay.
And dry off your wiener and balls.
All right. Connor, I'm going to cut you off right there, and I'm going to let Gabe take a shot at you real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. Connor, thank you for showing physical evidence.
Yeah, no problem.
You held up the Tighty Whities, and you held them up, and you were putting your arm through and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't work. Because if you're wearing the Tighty Whities, then your thighs are both being, your thighs are both through the holes of the Tighty Whities.
Uh-huh.
And as you said, Tighty Whities are secure, so they lock onto your legs.
Be right back.
Oh, boy.
Connor, this is an audio medium, and
It
you're
is an
prosenting
audio medium.
physical evidence without
I'm
proper...
describing things with
Okay.
my voice.
Right. So, but you also mentioned that, when you showed your hand being your elephant's trunk,
Yes.
did you see how much your hand had to bend to conform to be inside of that?
Well, okay,
Obviously-
my dick doesn't bend down.
It's Gabe's turn.
Sorry.
It's Gabe's turn.
Obviously, your dong isn't like 60 feet wide and 1 million light years long.
Speak for yourself.
I knew it.
Connor has an interdimensional dick.
This is great podcast material, boys.
This is like a guy's podcast. That's why I think this is going to be a good one. But when I'm sitting or even when I'm standing, right, I can just like give a slight tug and my boxer briefs will be back open again. Whereas with Tighty Whities, I'd have to like run my thumb down the seam, had to like circle my thighs, gotta make sure my dangly bits are spaced out well.
Yeah.
You both presented really good arguments here, but I have a very, very important question for Connor that I need him to clear up real quick.
Yes.
Connor, Tighty Whities lack the men's fashion that most underwear is trying for nowadays. It kind of just looks like an adult diaper, I'm not going to lie. So what exactly do you have to work with men's fashion here?
They're classic.
Oh, well.
Hey, Have you ever been to Me Undies? This is not a sponsor.
Wait,
I
the
actually
website?
own MeUndies.
Yeah,
Oh.
they have Tighty Whities.
Yeah,
and
I
they
have the boxer briefs from MeUndies.
Anyway, they have like pizza designs, and they all look stylish in the Tighty Whities. But
Well,
also they're classics, you know. You know, you walk around in Tighty Whities, and your girl's like, "Man, that's a mature man right there."
Gabe, would you like to respond?
I actually would. Okay. All right. I'll give you the benefit of the example that you keep using with females. I'm a man. Dylan, I'm not sure. Connor, you're a man. Jacob,
Let me think about it for a minute.
You're a man.
No, I'm a man. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I've decided.
Okay. So good to know. Good to know Dylan's a man. Let's say you're with your girl, right? You're with your lady pal, and you're in your pair of Tighty Whities, right? And let's say she happens to eyeball your inner thigh. Okay. She's gonna be like, "Ooh, it's the big deck."
It's the big inner thighs.
It's a big deck.
It's the big
That
deck.
man can build the most beautiful deck outside of his home.
So
God, I just want to
you're-
throw some burgers on the grill out there. Oh, scratch that hot dogs.
I knew you'd go back to it, son of a bitch. But right, your girl like sees the inner thigh or whatever, right? Now, obviously, there's not much left to the imagination when she glances down and sees the inner thigh, like what I'm doing with Dylan right now.
We're all naked, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, this is a given.
Podcast art is accurate this week.
Yeah.
Thanks, Collin. I'm picturing it in my head. But when you're wearing boxer briefs and you're with the girl, right? And you leave a little bit of sag on the shorts, she's gonna be like, "Ooh, wonder what's past that." Right? So instead of having
And then the inevitable letdown.
Hold on.
wow, wait a
I want to cut this off real quick.
what?
I want to move this conversation away from us pretending we know what goes on in girls' heads.
You're right.
Yeah, good
And
idea.
I want to get back to
Girls
the
are fucking
argument.
confusing.
I want to get back to the argument at hand of Tighty Whities versus boxer briefs. No one can tell. It's an audio medium. Yeah.
Dylan
so
just
I have
touched Gabe's wiener, by the way.
It's
Just in
okay.
case you were curious.
No, it's okay. Gabe, is it okay?
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay, it's okay. I got it.
Remember, guys, consent is important.
So I have a question for both of you that I just want to open up to. You know what? Whoever answers first. When I'm wearing boxer briefs, my butt feels great. Gabe, you even said it twice earlier. You said the word butt 2 times in a row. And I just wanted to narrow in on that fact. It feels wonderful on my butt when I'm wearing boxer briefs. However, Tighty Whities, not so much, but I don't have nearly as much experience. Either of you open up and throw out there, why choose Tighty Whities if I like the way that the boxer briefs hold my butt? And Gabe, why don't you just expand on what I've thrown out there already if you feel the need?
I'll let Connor go first.
All right, what I like to do with my Tighty Whities
We're about to learn some strats. Go ahead.
is bunch it up so it's inside the crack.
Why don't you just wear a thong, Connor? It holds your junk in place. It's in the crack. You just need a thong.
Thongs are a form of Tighty Whities.
Oh my god.
Oh my! Here we go.
I'm just kidding. I don't do that. Anyway, the Tighty Whities I have a bigger butt region, so you're not sitting on the seams. You're sitting on the felt itself, and I haven't really noticed any differences between Tighty Whities and boxer briefs when I wear them.
Felt Tighty Whities.
That's what I did not mean to say.
You wear felt underwear.
I'm more of a steel wool kind of guy. I like the way when I take everything off, just all the dead skin is gone.
all the alive skin is gone.
That too.
It's just-
Okay. Yeah. So there's a variety of Tighty Whities. Obviously, a variety of sizes. Bigger boys with bigger dongs got to get bigger underwear. Smaller boys with smaller dongs got to get smaller underwear. But the nice thing about boxers is, especially this pair, which I'm about to show, literally, this is for the argument.
Oh, Gabe's taking off his pants.
I am.
Beautiful.
Okay.
See this little button?
Yeah.
This button is adjustable. So that means if I'm a big boy with a big dong, I can pop that down. If I'm a small boy with a small dong, I can pop it up. Obviously, not all boxer briefs have that adjustable button. But I haven't seen any Tighty Whities with an adjustable button. It's kind of a one-size-fits-all.
You just wait. But also, elastic waistbands are a thing.
What do you think these are?
Yeah, so...
But then, if you know... Oh, sorry, Dylan. But, if you're a big boy, I don't... I have this... I get really, like, mad when there's a button undone on anything. Okay. So, if my underwear's button undone, that's all I'm thinking about all day.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Just thought I'd throw that out there.
You guys keep saying butt, but you never actually answered my question about butts.
All right, I got you. Ready? Here we go. Because there is more leeway in here with the air currents going up, it cools off your butt. So even when you're sitting, if you just, man spread a little bit, you get a little bit of that air current in there. It feels good. It cools off all parts of your body. Where if you just had your underwear, just be stuck to your body. And you'd have to stand up and do the back flap thing, stand up and do the front flap thing. And do you want to know what was the worst part about Tighty Whities too? When we had to wear them during shows.
Yeah.
And we had to dance.
That was great.
Gabe brings up a really good point on accident. Connor, Tighty Whities are just wedgie bait. Like, hardcore wedgie bait.
Because all three of us were in shows together. So,
yeah.
And we all had to wear Tighty Whities.
And that is just the most miserable experience with underwear. I don't want an underwear wedgie. What do you do to solve the underwear wedgie problem, Mr. Tighty Whitey?
I stick a cardboard in my underwear. So then I have a place to sit, and also it never gets wedgied.
Okay, show me the cardboard.
I can't. It goes to another school.
Wow, that was a good one. That was really good.
I really don't know what to do.
That was really good.
All right, Connor just won that exchange.
Yeah, I'm going to give that one to him. Wow.
That's just hands... No, he wins.
Wow.
But,
nice.
Again with the butt. You know what? Gabe, do you have anything to say at all?
I don't have a counter argument, but I do have another thing to bring up. Slots in the front of the underwear.
Yes.
They exist so, if you're wearing like suit pants, you don't have to pull any pants all the way. You just zip the thing down, you poke your little member through the little hole, and you guide it, right?
God, I hate the word member, but please continue.
Okay.
Member. Like,
it's more contextual than anything else.
I
the fact
guess.
that, I'm a member of this club. That's not a big deal, but whip out your member. It's just the worst.
Here.
It's horrible.
I'll appeal to the UK. You whip your knob out.
That's good.
Okay.
I'll go with knob.
So you whip your knob out, right? And obviously you're directing traffic down there. My only issue with the slots is that I have a pair of Tighty Whities, obviously. I have vastly more pairs of boxer briefs and compression shorts. But I always seem to find myself, wearing my boxer briefs first, and then my compressions, and then ending up with my Tighty Whities last, and then I'll do my laundry. But whenever I wear my Tighty Whities, it's super uncomfortable. Because Tighty Whities... Oh, God. Oh, sorry. Because Tighty Whities are more compact in the back and loose in the front, you'll often find it that the two little panels, right? What are you looking up?
No, keep going.
Okay. You'll often find it that the two panels, right, the back one will slip past and you'll have like half of your dong exposed. I don't want to stand up in the middle of class, go to present, just to find out, oh, I see these girls checking out my inner thigh, and they're seeing a little more than I want them to. What are you doing?
No, keep going.
God damn it.
This is important.
Okay, fine. Getting to my point, because there's the pocket in front, which is actually a pretty good invention in my opinion. A lot of times with Tighty Whities, it's hard to poke your knob through when you're unzipping your suit pants and you gotta go pee. Dylan, you were in a suit like what, this Saturday?
Oh, he knows a tux, but yes.
A tux, but like you were wearing suit pants, right? Yeah, so, and obviously, like, if you were to go pee, you'd have to zip down, because you don't want to unbuckle, pull your pants down past your ankles in the bathroom with urinals.
If you do that over the age of, like, 5.
I was gonna say 5. You should.
God.
Madman.
Just absolute mad.
Did I tell you about the time? Little tangent here. I was in strength training and I went to the bathroom and I saw someone with their pants down, and this was like junior year. So they had their pants as their ankles, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is illegal."
Connor, would you like to respond to Gabe's point?
Yeah. Who actually uses that hole? Dylan, do you ever use that hole?
Honestly, no. I forget it exists.
That hole is useless to me. I've never used that hole in my life, even when I'm wearing like tux pants. Granted, I sit down and pee. But like even when I stand and pee in the woods, I just, pull down my underwear a bit. And it's caused me no...
But you're not wearing tux pants in the woods.
What if I am, Gabe? What if I'm at a wedding in the middle of a woods?
In the middle of a woods.
Just a woods. It's a really big tree. We're sitting in a wood. Anyway.
Keep going.
No, I'm begging you. Please continue. Please continue.
I put down my underwear a bit. I bring out my wiener. And I wiener into the woods. This is time is plural.
All right, Connor. I think I get what you're saying.
I like how he said he doesn't pee in the woods. He wieners in the woods.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh.
Gabe, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Tighty Whities have a wide cultural appeal.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, Connor brought up earlier that they are classic, and I would have to agree. You've got... In like 90% of the movies, when kids are making like shitty torches, they put Tighty Whities at the top of the torch and light those on fire.
Yeah.
Like Risky Business, dudes dancing around to old time rock and roll in Tighty Whities.
Yeah.
Like they are an iconic part
Yeah.
of our culture in media and just in the stereotype of Tighty Whities, right?
Yeah.
What do boxer briefs have?
Boxer briefs have Calvin Klein. Boxer briefs have Fruit of the Looms. Boxer brief has Levi's. Boxer brief is your high-class Connecticut blue blood, oh, the peasantry are here, those kind of things. And sure, if you buy a pack of Tighty Whities and a pack of boxer briefs, and they each come with 4, you're going to have to pay a little bit more for the boxer briefs. Because, yes, they do have more fabric, but they're also higher class. And also, you don't have to worry about if your underwear shifts, there's a possibility a ball could pop out. If your boxer brief shifts, like I said, you just kind of got to give it a little tug and it's back into place. The cultural appeal of underwear is very strong. And even in, I remember watching Conan Kids Next Door, they had an episode where they had to put on like underwear and it would just buckle down as like armor. That's a cultural appeal to it. But with boxer briefs, you get guaranteed safety. You get...
Safety?
Yes.
How?
Like I said, you're not at risk of having anything pop out.
Oh, okay. I was thinking more of like no one can get them off.
No.
Well,
These are actually 30 millimeters of armor thick. I one time stood in front of an Abrams and just took the shot. A pair of boxer briefs on. No, but where Tighty Whities have the cultural appeal, boxer briefs have that high-class luxury appeal. Obviously, this isn't like, compression shorts where you get essentially the best of both worlds, but where compression shorts stemmed from was the security of underwear while also having that airiness and more stability of boxer briefs.
yeah, like Nike Pro Combats. Shout out to Reed.
Shout out to Reed.
No last names here. All right.
Now, Connor, I want to flip this question on you.
I want to comment on Gabe's.
Okay, you can throw that out there, but I'm definitely going to come back at you in a minute.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah.
So you mentioned I agree with you. Boxer briefs are for high class, snobby little brats. And I, as a working class citizen, I wear my Tighty Whities because I get shit done. Not like
And
these
your-
high
and your
class.
Your Tighty Whities.
Can you shut your mouth? Anyway, sorry. Dylan,
All right,
what were you
Connor,
gonna
I want to
say?
flip my question that I just
Also-
asked Gabe. So in pop culture,
Uh-huh.
you have the weirdos and like the like the dumb people all wearing tighty whities. You never see the super cute, attractive guy in a movie wearing tighty whities. You see him wearing boxer briefs. Calvin Klein commercials come on, dude's wearing boxer briefs. But every time there's some weird guy, dude's out there wearing tighty whities. What's up with that? What's with the cultural stigma on tighty whities is that they're for weirdos. Like,
You know, have you seen this movie called Magic Mike?
Yeah.
They wear tighty whities, I think, probably. Anyway,
Have you seen the movie?
no. Why would I watch Magic Mike? It's
Channing Tatum.
Yeah, you're right. Man. Anyway, what a man.
Oh. Definitely.
Anyway.
good point.
Yeah, anyway, Mark Zuckerberg is a nerd, and he is a billionaire. Bill Gates, I'm sure he wears tighty whities, and he's a billionaire also.
What's your point here?
Donald Trump wears tighty whities, I'm sure.
Okay, so you're telling me that the rich people that don't have any, like, cultural or society, like, touch on society, like, they have no idea what's going on.
And you know, Dylan, actually, I thought that I was the one that regarded that boxer briefs were for more of the luxurious high end. Not, you know.
But they all started out as nerd, except for Donald Trump. He's, backtrack. Anyway.
Dylan, go ahead and ask another question.
Oh, man. Donald Trump was your go-to.
I don't know why he was my go-to.
I kind of hope
I just imagined Donald Trump wearing tighty whities.
I feel like everybody
Are you gonna
does.
print the new case?
Huh?
You gonna print the new case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I broke my phone case just now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway.
Connor 3D prints his phone cases.
Yeah, Connor has a 3D printer, everybody. When are you going to get that cool new one that you were all excited about?
Soon maybe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to open it up here. Both of you seem like you have something to say, and I just want to let you throw out any point that you have in your mind right now.
Who went first last time?
Connor just went.
Okay,
Yeah.
so okay, I'll backslash a little bit. With tighty whities, the color's in the name.
Yeah.
White. You're gonna have white underwear. Yes, you can get designs, but at that
Oh, I'm sorry.
point,
Are you okay?
they're not really tighty whities anymore. They're just
I'm fine, but
pairs
can
of
we keep the...
they're just pairs of
That is
underwear.
a loud snap on the podcast.
I thought it would bend.
Oh, good. No,
Bend,
you're
not
right.
break. Okay.
No, it'll bend.
I'm sorry, Gabe.
Bend.
I'm sorry for being so rude to you.
It's all right.
No, you're talking about color.
Yeah. So the name isn't. You got the name of the game within
We're
your
done
tighty
here.
whities.
We're done here. Connor, give me the phone case.
No.
Connor,
I'm
give it to me.
sorry Dylan is being so rude, Gabe. Please continue.
I'm
Connor,
just
I swear
saying
to
that
God.
you're gonna get tighty whities, and they're gonna be white. If you get any other color or any other design, they're no longer tighty whities. They're underwear. Okay. Boxer briefs are boxer briefs, no matter what. Boxer briefs can look like have zebra print on them. Boxer briefs can have donuts on them. Boxer
Cheetah
briefs
print?
can have cheetah print. Boxer briefs can have Marvel characters. Boxer briefs can have essentially anything, right? And they're still considered boxer briefs because they're loose. They have more fabric past the thigh, and oftentimes they have elastic bands. So you can customize, like if you're going to get an Ugg boot, right? It's
Mhm.
going to be an Ugg boot, and if you change it up, it's still going to be an Ugg boot. Like, that's a given because it has the Ugg boot sticker on it. But, you get like a pair of like Air Force Ones. You can just make it look however you want. It's going to look super rad. And if you want a certain take on it, if you want Frieza style, boom, white and purple. If you want, if you want like a NASCAR style, reds, blacks, whites, whatever's. With your boxer briefs, you can essentially customize it any way you want, and it's still considered a boxer brief. With your underwear, if it's not white, then it's not a pair of tighty whities. It's just underwear.
Now, this entire time we've been calling tighty whities.
Yes.
But they have a real name, and that's just briefs.
Oh, okay.
Now, briefs are the typical what we'd consider in today's society tighty whities.
We live in a society.
Yes, you're right, Gabe. Now, when I see, like, let's say a blue pair of briefs, I feel like most of the populations considers that tighty whities. Now, yes, it has white in the name, but honestly, that doesn't mean much.
Okay, that's fair.
You make a good point, Connor.
Yeah.
I've got a meme point, if that counts.
I want it right
What's your
now.
point?
If you're gonna hold up a white flag, you pull out your Tighty Whities and put it on the end of a stick, right?
That's true.
That's a pretty popular meme.
That is another point for pop culture, Connor.
You know what's another meme?
What?
Boxer briefs.
The look you gave me. Oh, I love it.
I just want to point out that also 90% of the time in like teen movies, when the kid gets bullied, like his Tighty Whities get flung in the flagpole.
Oh,
Like the weird nerdy kid that's like kind of the protagonist, but like also starts out the movie really
What's
nerdy.
wrong with the weird nerdy kid, guys?
So, you know, Bill
There's nothing
Gates,
wrong with the weird
Mark
nerdy kid.
Zuckerberg, Donald Trump, of the sort.
I'm sure Bill Clinton was a nerdy kid. I just like to imagine Bill Clinton wearing Tighty Whities again.
I got myself a pair of Tighty Whities.
I like to imagine all presidents with Tighty Whities.
Even like George Washington was the pioneer of Tighty Whities.
He was the pioneer. He had wool Tighty Whities.
I don't think they were a thing back then.
All right, you know what a real debate topic should be? Boxer briefs versus long johns. Long johns. I can't say John.
Say
You
it.
just said John just now.
I know, but I couldn't say it before.
What's
Johns.
What's the name of the current dictator of North Korea?
Kim Jong Un.
There you go.
Long John. Thank you, guys.
Long John.
Well, I mean, if you want to do that, you have to admit that you've lost this argument.
No,
Yeah, because we can't
I
have
didn't
we can't
lose.
have a returner be a losing point.
I can't. Let's have the audience decide.
Let's have the audience decide.
I'm gonna
Good call,
actually
Connor.
put a straw poll somewhere in the description.
Yeah.
Just click it and then
Well,
decide who wins for next
like
week.
90% of the people that I know are confirmed listeners are girls, so this is like
Well, this is a good insight for them. Maybe they can learn something.
Yeah.
Maybe they can learn something about the way stupid boys think.
yeah, we are stupid boys.
We are pretty stupid boys.
All
well,
right. Any
you know,
final
what? Let's end
thoughts?
this argument out with the same thing Gabe likes to do because you know what I really like it, Gabe? We're going to do quick fire points.
Hey, cool.
I'm going to shoot you a little bit of a finger gun, and you are going to hit me with a quick fire point, and as soon as I move my hand away from you, you shut your dirty whore mouth. All right? 3, 2, 1, go.
Dylan, you are a man you're part of the big wiener club, right?
Oh, yep. No, you're
So
done. You're done. Shut your mouth.
A boxer is a type of breed of dog, and girls like dogs, therefore girls like boxer briefs.
Oh, boom.
Tighty Whities are clean because their name is Tighty Whities.
Tighty Whities are susceptible to having streaks.
So are boxer briefs that are white.
There's rarely a pair of boxer briefs that are white, oftentimes being different colored or different flannels. Like materials such as polyester, your silk, your threads.
I have a pair of white boxer briefs that I had as an example that I was going to use.
Okay, stop. This would work so much better if I called out your name instead because no one knows who I'm pointing to.
Oh,
until
you're right.
talking.
That's
okay.
true. This is an
I'm
audio
gonna go
format.
ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and
Wow.
call out your name this time.
This
All right.
is an audio
Ready?
format.
3, 2, 1. Connor, continue.
I have white boxer briefs, Gabe. They exist.
Okay, Gabe.
That's a fair point. They do exist. However, not everyone has a pair of white boxer briefs. But
Connor?
many.
And not everyone has a pair of white Tighty Whities. There could be... You know, I side topic. It'd be really nice to have a pair of brown Tighty Whities.
Oh, yo!
All right. You know what?
Okay, like...
Okay,
Oh,
Connor.
boy.
okay,
Good
streaks...
Actually, hold on.
Good round of quickfire, boys.
I want to see if this goes.
Okay.
Okay,
continue,
streaks
please.
exist on all underwears.
Yes.
And, you know... It just shows up easier on Tighty Whities. It doesn't mean that it shows up less on boxer briefs.
You know, I would say streaks only exist on all underwear depending on what kind of toilet paper you use.
That's a throwback. But I would like to contradict that point.
Oh, please do.
If oftentimes Tighty Whities are wedged in your butthole, they're going to show up more times because they're inside your pooper.
Yeah, he makes a really good point, actually.
Yeah, but then your butthole's cleaner because your Tighty Whities clean it.
Okay, so... All right, we've had a very good round of quickfire.
Wow. Oh, boy.
You know what? Fine. Connor, make that straw poll. Check the description for a straw poll and vote for which one you think won this particular argument. We should do this more. We should do the straw poll more often.
I agree.
We can throw it out in the beginning or the end of next week's episode.
Yeah.
Seems like a good one.
All right. Yeah, seems like a good plan.
Anyways, let's move on to quick story time. Connor, you sound like you have a lot of stories around underwear. I really want to hear one of them.
Yeah.
Please.
So we mentioned in the last podcast how we were. I don't know if it was last podcast, but we were in plays during high school.
We mentioned that in this podcast.
And last podcast.
Oh, we did mention it last podcast.
Oh, okay.
One thing, our costumer, shout out to Becky.
Yeah, Becky, woo!
She had us buy Tighty Whities, but don't call them Tighty Whities in front of her. Call them briefs, or she'll get really mad at you and hit you in the head.
Did you do that?
Yep.
Okay.
Anyway, so my character, during the show, he wears a pretty revealing robe. Where what?
Feltzig?
Yeah, I played Mr. Feltzig in Drowsy Chaperone.
Right.
I wore a robe where most of my leg would show during when I dance.
Is that when you had your high socks too?
Yeah, when I had my high socks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's
nice.
a picture for the YouTube one. Anyway, this Gabe also.
Hey.
Yeah, it's that one.
Nice.
Here's Dylan in the show.
I think there's only like 2 shots of me, and they're all with Reed.
Yeah, and they're all great.
They are pretty good. I like that show. Continue, please.
So yeah, during one of the pieces, one of my dance moves is where I spread my legs a bit, and I flashed the audience every time. It was great. Oh, and Becky, she like told me I can wear boxer briefs, but I already bought the Tighty Whities, so I thought I'd use them, and I still wear those Tighty Whities to this day. It was a 10-pack.
Oh wow!
It was incredible for $10.
That's a dollar.
It was a great
that's
deal.
$1 a pair.
Tighty Whities are so cheap.
Yeah, they're great.
But also, it's not really worth it.
Yeah,
But
they're
also,
not.
it might be worth it. I'm not going to decide the argument for you, Connor.
Yeah. Anyway, any other...
Gabe, you got any underwear stories?
Yeah, I got an underwear story. I had a pretty cool pair of underwears back in the day. when I was like 12, like 11 through 14. So I had them for like 3 years. It was like a pretty nice pair of boxers, actually. They were Hanes. And so they were like tight fit, and they were like a nice cloth. Like one time I was like wearing them, I think this was like when I was 13, so just towards the tail end of 8th grade going into freshman. We did auditions for Fiddler that day.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember grubbing on some pretty big food early on in the day. And I wasn't really sure how the rehearsal process works. I obviously talked to Keenan a bit, and he kind of gave me the lowdown. And so did I also talked to Dylan, not you, but
The other Dylan.
Mountain Man.
No, he's amazing.
And you know they kind of eased me into it. But I wasn't too sure, so I was like, okay, maybe like at some point I can like take a break and like go to the bathroom, right? Well, not necessarily, because during that initial like going in, you sing with Miss Schroeder, and it was a lot different in freshman year. But you go in, you'd sing a strict piece with Miss Schroeder while she was playing piano, and you'd sing it in front of the directors, and they'd be like, okay, cool, and this is what you can work on. After I had rehearsed, I had to go to the bathroom really bad, but I remember Steve told me, just wait outside the door, we'll call you in a little bit. I wasn't sure how a little bit would be, so, you know, I was waiting there, I was holding it in, I was waiting there, I was holding it in, getting a little sweaty.
Which one? Number 1 or number 2? Are we talking?
Number two.
Oh, gotcha.
Getting a little sweaty, you know, starting to like, you know, rub my hand across my forehead, you know, some sweat, I'm just like wiping it off. I'm like, okay, it's not too bad. Then it gets to like 20 minutes, and I'm like, when are they going to call me in? Obviously, I don't want to leave. If they call me in, they're going to be like, where is he? And they're going to think it's like kind of unprofessional, and I didn't want that to be my first impression. So I held it for around 40 minutes.
Wow.
And it's recommended that you don't hold, like, your
Poopsies.
bladder or poops in for more than, like, 10 minutes because it's like bad for your bladder and it's also bad for inflaming your intestines and it's a bad time all around. So I held it 4 times past that amount. After I went in and sang with Jesse, and so we did our duet, and we sang, and and Steve was like, okay, okay, make sure you guys just stay out there or whatever. And I was like, Jesse, and she's like, yeah, and I was like, I really need to go to the bathroom. And she's like, how long have you been holding it? And I was like, 40 minutes. And she's like, okay, I'll cover for you. And so I ran to the staff bathrooms, which were just right over there.
Oh, yeah.
I threw down my pants and like I pooped. It was pretty nice poop.
Nice.
But I was like shifting around and I don't know, I had like my sixth sense go off.
Uh-oh.
And like I was like, something's not right here. Why was there like no bracing? And I look down and I see that there's a poop stain that's in a literal like Y-axis top to bottom of my underwear.
Wow.
And I'm like, this can't be. This is one of my favorite pairs of boxers. How am I supposed to deal with this? And I dealt with it like any good man would. I said my goodbyes.
Threw it in your mom's wash?
No. Balled it up. Threw it at the bottom of the garbage and piled all the rest of the garbage back on top of it. So I went commando for the rest of the time.
You should have made underwear out of toilet paper.
Did you have to do a dance audition with no
No, God, no. If that
that
was the case, I would have died. I was wearing pretty loose shorts that day, too, so that would have been...
Ooh, talk about flash the audience, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yo, Jacob, pause the game.
I can't do that.
Pause the game.
Hey, Jacob,
Jacob.
pause the game. Dinner's ready.
Jacob,
Stop.
pause the game.
Pause
Jacob.
the game, Jacob.
Suck my dick.
You have any underwear stories?
I don't think so.
Okay, too bad. It doesn't matter. You're not pausing the game anyway. No dinner for
It
you.
doesn't matter. This man, he's missing family dinner time for a video game.
For a video game.
I can't pause the game, Mom.
What does he think he is? Some kind of gamer?
Well, that has been Jacob's interaction with us this week.
I
Nice.
was never born.
Always dropping the good one-liners.
Well,
Dylan,
all right.
do you have any underwear stories?
You know, yeah, it's a mid-range story.
Okay.
So I used to just wear plain boxers for the longest time,
Oh.
like from middle, just the
Yeah.
wide open,
Yeah.
like
Just big mad lad.
yeah, like so much space, and I just didn't like know anything else. Those were my go-to underwear, and one day, like that was from 5th or 6th grade all the way up to freshman year, and one day freshman year, I didn't have any clean underwear, and I didn't know what to do because I really needed to wear clean underwear.
Oh no.
It was just like it was a compulsion to put on clean underwear that day.
Okay.
So I did what any good man with siblings would do. I reached into my older brother's underwear basket and pulled out the first pair that I found.
Hoo boy.
It was a pair of boxer briefs, and I thought, why not give them a try just for one day? Like, we'll see how I feel about it. And you know what? First experience with boxer briefs was a negative one. I hated it.
Okay.
I felt constricted the whole day. And so naturally, I went back to my good old open boxers for another good 4 or 5 months until I had a conversation with a good friend of mine. His name is Ryan. You probably know, some of you know Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, we had a conversation about underwear and was talking about boxers versus briefs, and he was like, well, no, see, boxers don't give you any, like, support. It's just all hanging loose, and boxer briefs give you that support that you need. And I was like, I never thought about it that way. It felt more constricting than anything else. So you know what I did? I went right back home, threw on some boxer briefs, and gave it another round.
Where's it your brother's?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was my brother's again.
Nice.
And I gave it another shot, gave it another day or two, and honestly, I cannot go back.
Yep.
I will never wear boxers again.
Yep.
Because now I just go back and it feels like wearing an extra pair of shorts.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just wrong. So yeah, that's about as much of an underwear story as I can muster up.
Cool.
All right. Last question. Do either of you sleep naked or do you sleep with underwear?
I sleep sometimes naked, but most often than not, I'll sleep with a pair of boxer briefs.
No, I sleep in my underwear.
Yeah, I can't not sleep in underwear.
Okay.
Like I tried sleeping naked once, but like I felt like it got everywhere.
I think
You know, it's mostly. I'm sorry.
yeah. I'm just saying that I like to sleep naked on cold nights.
It's mostly just the idea that somebody could walk into my room at any time while I'm not wearing underwear, and I'd have to, even with the covers on, I'd have to sit there knowing that whoever walked in just walked in on me completely naked underneath these
come
covers.
on now, Dylan.
And it's not a comfy feeling
That's
for me.
the exciting part about it.
No, I don't like it.
I slept naked once just because I was curious, and I just felt like my balls were like sweating on all my blankets, and I had to clean them.
Okay.
But with underwear, I don't feel that.
All right.
I feel like my underwear is all sweaty, and I don't have to worry about the ball sweat getting on the blankets.
Well, I'm gonna call that the episode.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
I would like to apologize in advance
We should do that.
to any of the older listeners, like some of our family members.
We're just talking about wieners.
We should put that at the beginning of the podcast, not at the end.
Yeah. But
No, it's fine.
I'm just gonna apologize now. Mom, sorry. Aunt Jean, sorry. That's all I got. That's all I really know. I mean, probably some other people, but
No, I mean, if they listen to the toilet paper episode, they're getting about the same.
Yeah.
They're getting about the same experience.
yeah.
I'd like to apologize to Gabe's mom also.
Oh yeah.
My mom doesn't listen to this.
Oh, that's a bitch.
I'd also like to apologize to what's your aunt's name again?
Aunt Jean.
Aunt Jean.
Oh, you know, I wanna do something. I wanna shout out Keely. Hey, thanks, Keely.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Keely.
Keely.
yeah.
Keely
The
shot me a
last
message.
name that we can't say.
Keely
Yeah,
rhymes with go.
sure.
I'm bleeping
Yeah,
that.
no.
We're not gonna do this trial and error. Okay.
No, she'll know.
She has a weird spelling of her last name.
And of her first name.
Yeah, Keely's kind of a weird name.
That's not.
But that's
that
okay.
weird.
But that's okay,
Because
because Keely's a nice person.
Keely's a nice person, and she actually told me that she listens to all of our episodes.
That's fucking sick.
And I was like, wow, that's so amazing. So yeah.
Sorry.
Good episode, boys and girls. Mostly girls.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, like, favorite, subscribe, follow us on SoundCloud. Use the thing that I put.
Strawpoll?
The Strawpoll. That's the name of the thing.
Yeah, and come back next week for me and Gabe's epic battle over Shrek 1 versus Shrek 2.
Oh, we decided. Oh yeah, we did.
It'll all be ogre.
That's it. No, we're cutting it right there.
Fuck's sake.
I hate you. Jesus Christ.
Hey,
It'll all be augury.
gentlemen, may I
No.
make a suggestion?